In this video, I'm going to show how to get neck and shoulder pain relief in 30 seconds. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. In this video, we're going to go over easy exercises that are going to target the main muscles associated with neck and shoulder pain, while also focusing on giving the quickest relief possible, even within 30 seconds. Each one of these exercises works differently. They're going to target different muscles. To get the best results, go through them all and use what gives you the most relief. With that being said, let's get started. Here's a really good exercise that we can do seated or standing. Start off by curling your fingers, hooking them together, and then pressing your hands into your chest. The movement is trying to pull your hands apart, but you're going to resist against this movement as much as you can. As you do this, you're going to feel a lot of muscles across the shoulder blades into the upper back start to fire. So we're going to hold this position and now stick our head forward as much as we can until we feel a really good amount of muscles in our neck start to fire. At this point, we're now going to do a big wide circle with our head. I like to do this nice and slowly for about 10 repetitions in one direction, relax, take a breather, and then repeat in the opposite direction for 10 more repetitions. The nice thing is with this, you're going to be able to pinpoint a position or movement that really just offers the most relief. For me, it's going off to my right side. At that point, I keep building into that movement over and over again until everything loosens up or I'm not getting any more improvement. So if you want to take this one to the next level and focus a little bit more into the neck, this is what we can do. Let's get back into that original movement of trying to pull our fingers apart. We're going to hold this in whatever side that you're having a little bit more pain or discomfort. Let's say it's our right side. You're just going to slowly tilt your head towards the other side, kind of like taking your ear towards the other side's shoulder. At this point, that stretch should be felt from the top of your shoulder working into the side of the neck. You're going to hold this, and now to deepen this stretch, you're going to slowly turn to look upward towards the ceiling. But do this one slowly because it's going to quickly deepen this stretch. Hold this for 15 to 20 seconds, release, and then repeat for a couple more repetitions. And for good measure, I would do this on both sides, even if the other side doesn't hurt, just to help keep everything nice and loose. But go through both of these movements. You're going to find that one just helps out a little bit more. And at that point, keep throwing repetitions in until everything is nice and loose. So here's a really unique exercise that can give instant relief. You can do this when standing or seated. Start off by taking your hands, putting them out in front of you, palms facing towards you. Interlock your fingers. Now press your hands away from you until you feel a really deep stretch form in between your shoulder blades. You're going to hold this, tuck your chin towards your chest, and now round your shoulders and upper back forward, lowering your hands towards the floor. As you do this, this stretch is going to work from the upper back into the shoulders. Once you feel it in the shoulders, you're going to hold this, and now things get really interesting. So whatever side that you're having a little bit more pain, tightness, or discomfort, let's say it's our right side, what you want to do is slowly rotate towards the non-painful side. So I'm just kind of swinging my hands towards the left. Do this one slowly because that stretch is really going to deepen across the shoulder blade into the shoulder. But to focus on the neck a little bit more, we're going to hold this position and now tilt our head towards the other side, pretty much taking our ear towards the other side's shoulder. This will cause that stretch to work from our shoulder into our neck. And at this point, I like to hold it for 15 to 20 seconds. So let me break this down one more time. We're going to press away like this, tuck our chin towards our chest, round our back forward, lowering our hands towards the floor. We're going to turn away and then tilt our head away at the same time. Try to do this a couple repetitions on one side, and I would throw a couple repetitions in on the other side also, even if it doesn't feel like it hurts, just to help keep everything in balance. And if you really want to take this one to the next level, flip your hands over like this so your palms are facing away, and at that point repeat, because you're going to notice that it really targets the muscles a little bit differently. With this exercise, we're going to focus on the upper trapezius, a big muscle in your upper back that is a main instigator of both shoulder and neck pain. This exercise we're going to do seated. There's two different ways to be able to do this one. The first way is super easy. So whatever side that you're having the most amount of pain or tightness, let's say it's your right side, take the arm on that side, bend your elbow at 90 degrees, and now slide your arm across your lower back as much as you can. When you can't go any further, you're going to take the hand on the other side, grab around your wrist and pull that arm across your back as much as you can until you feel a really good stretch forming on the upper back, working towards the top of your shoulder, towards the base of the neck. Once you feel this, you're going to hold it and now slowly tilt your head towards the other side. So I'm tilting my ear towards my left shoulder. At this point, that stretch is going to be felt from the top of the shoulder working into the side of the neck. And if you really want to deepen this stretch, you can hold this and now slowly turn to look upward towards the ceiling. But do this slowly because it really intensifies this stretch. Build into this, hold it for 15 to 20 seconds, relax, and then repeat this 3 to 5 times. So the second method is a little bit deeper of a stretch, and it's pretty similar. So again, whatever side that you're having a little bit more pain or discomfort, let's say it's our right side, take the hand on that side and get a really good grip right onto the seat of your chair. What you're going to do is now slowly tilt and lean your body weight away from that painful side. So I'm just leaning towards my left. At this point, you're going to feel a deep stretch form on the upper back, working towards the top of the shoulder into the base of the neck. Once you feel that, you're going to hold this position, slowly tilt your head towards the other side to get that stretch into the neck. Hold this and then slowly turn to look upward towards the ceiling. Hold this for 15 to 20 seconds, relax, and then repeat this one 3 to 5 times. And for good measure, even if the other side doesn't hurt, I would do both of these movements on the other side just to help keep everything nice and loose. With this exercise, we're going to focus on another muscle called the levator scapula, which likes to cause a lot of pain towards the top of the shoulder blade into the shoulder towards the side of the neck. This one is easiest done standing, but you can do it seated. So whatever side that you're having a little bit more pain or discomfort, let's say it's your right side, what you're going to do first is slowly turn your head towards the other side's shoulder until you feel a good stretch form in your neck. You're going to hold this, take your hand on the other side, hook the back of your head, and now slowly pull your chin downward towards the other side's armpit. We call this one the armpit sniffer for good reason. But what you should feel is a deep stretch forming from the top of the shoulder blade working into the side of the neck. But to take this one to the next level, what we're going to do is take the arm and hand on the other side and have our palm facing away from us. We're just going to reach upward towards the ceiling like this as much as we can, and we're also going to draw that shoulder and shoulder blade backward. At this point, you should feel a much deeper stretch forming in the upper back. Let's hold this for a second or two, and then what you're going to do is slowly lower your hand downward, scooping across your body like this, and just bringing that hand towards the other side. I just like to reach across my body like this as much as I can. When I do this, I feel it a little bit more into my neck. Again, I hold this for a couple seconds and then just go back in the other position. It's a nice fluid movement. Just do this about 5 times in both directions. Afterwards, see how you feel. If it feels like it's helping out, just keep throwing repetitions in until everything is nice and loose. And for good measure, I would throw a couple repetitions in on the other side just to help keep everything in balance. So let's end the video with a really good strengthening exercise that you can do 3 to 4 times a week for long-lasting relief. And the great part is, all you need is a wall. So let's start facing the wall and get really close to it, to the point where our chest is touching. Take your palms, put them on the wall, and now slide your hands upward towards the ceiling as much as you can. When you can't go any further, shrug your shoulders upward until you feel a deep activation of the muscles in the upper back working into the shoulders, into the neck. Once you feel this, you're going to hold this and now lift your hands off the wall and press your hands backward as much as you can. Do this slowly because you're going to feel a deep activation of these muscles. Hold this for 3 to 5 seconds, put your hands back on the wall, take a breather. To take this one to the next level, on the next repetition, lower your hands down slightly, a couple inches. You're going to shrug and then lift off. You're going to notice it hits the muscles a little bit differently. So keep repeating this over and over again until your hands are all the way towards the floor. I always tell everybody it's kind of like doing a snow angel on this wall. The nice thing is when you do this, you're going to find that one certain position just feels like it's the most difficult. Maybe you have a lot of weakness or tightness over that spot. At that point, treat it like your weak link and keep throwing repetitions in until it feels like you got a really good workout or everything is nice and loose. If the exercises help, please support the channel by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.